You are now watching the official YouTube channel for the largest basketball manager game in the world. Join at BuzzerBeater.com if you think you can beat the buzzer.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Bubbles BuzzerBeater, the official BuzzerBeater YouTube channel. And today I wanted to discuss something that I think is valuable to know as your season gets further and further into it. I know myself, I am out of the cup incredibly quickly for the Utopia team this season, where you can see I played the 56th ranked team in Utopia. So I am having to schedule scrimmages starting this week already for Season 62. And I just wanted to discuss some strategies and resources while scheduling scrimmages that I think are beneficial for managers to know and could make your life a little bit easier as you are looking at scheduling scrimmages throughout the season. I know some of the hardest things for USA managers is scheduling scrimmages where you might schedule one with a random team and then you don't realize that the game start time is actually 6 hours earlier than the standard league games that you would have on like the 6 p.m., 7 p.m. League games. Sometimes if you set up a scrimmage with someone across the world, so a manager from a different country, the scrimmage is way earlier than you expect. So some strategies to help avoid this, and some strategies that are useful for people with supporter, people with the Utopia team, and then just managers in general. I'd say the main one is going to be if you're a supporter, you can go to this Manage My Team and then Scrimmages. And then on here, for anyone with the supporter, you can actually do the Scrimmage Finder here. And this is really useful because it lets you send out tons of invites if you'd like, or you can just book a scrimmage with any free team if you're just like, I need to book with someone, I'm running out of time to book a scrimmage. Or what I really like is you can actually schedule a time zone range where, for me, for example, I want to make sure that I have a later time zone scrimmage just in case I don't have time to schedule the scrimmage the day before and I have enough time during the workday to schedule it on Thursday. So I'd say this Find a Scrimmage Finder option is really good for anyone who does have supporter, and it's one of the perks of kind of quick, easy scheduling for scrimmages once you are out of the cup. And then you can also set availability and add yourself to a list as well if you just wanted to throw your name in the hat and then let someone else pick you. But I think the Scrimmage Finder tool is a really useful one that you could look into if you're out of the cup early on, like my team is this season. Some other options for you, if you don't have supporter, I know most people on the game don't have supporter, which is totally fine. If you're a manager that does have the Utopia second team, the other option for you is you can actually scrimmage your main team and your Utopia team against each other. So it's not illegal, it's within the system of the rules where you can play your Utopia team with your main team in a scrimmage. And then you can see this example right here. I was actually helping GM Nick. He's one of the USA managers that I talk with somewhat frequently. And this was last year when he was really trying to get his minutes set up perfectly for playoff time. And I talked to him about the option of scheduling a scrimmage against his Utopia team. So you can see Eagle Farm is his Utopia. Desert Eagles is his USA team. And this is a nice option because if you are strictly trying to set up perfect minutes for a crucial week or right before playoffs, you can scrimmage those two teams against each other. And then with the rules on how forfeits work, which I'll link the video for forfeit minutes into the description box here if you haven't seen that, but there's certain minutes that get allotted for forfeit, so you can really micromanage minutes if you're scrimmaging against your Utopia team with your main team as well. So that is another option where if you don't have supporter, but you do have the second team Utopia option, you can always scrimmage those teams against each other. And that's a pretty straightforward one because you can send the invite and accept it right away. You don't have to wait for someone else to accept since you control both teams. And then for our managers who don't have Utopia and who also don't have supporters, so you're just rocking with the one standard team, I'd say the best strategy that I know of for that is the good old scrimmage buddy strategy. So for scrimmage buddy strategy, even if you don't have Utopia team or supporter, if you find a fellow manager who is in the same exact time zone that you are, and you want to essentially become their scrimmage buddy and just be like, every single week we're going to scrimmage each other, it's a really good like repetition organization style where if you have a manager that you're close with that you know is active on BuzzerBeater as well, you can become a scrimmage buddy with them. So you can see Antoine has been my scrimmage buddy for quite a while now, and you can see our Utopia teams scrimmage each other a lot. So we've played 61 matches against each other, and every single one of them is a scrimmage. I haven't actually checked our rivalry summary in a while, but it is interesting that the matchup's 33-28 right now. But you can see Antoine and I essentially scrimmage each other every week with our teams, assuming that both of us are out of the cup for our Utopia teams and then also our main teams. The main teams are a little bit more chaotic, and there's a couple weeks where one of us might be out of the cup and the other person isn't yet. But this is another strategy where if you have a close friend in the same time zone as you, from the same country, you could schedule every single week with them, and that's a pretty good scrimmage buddy strategy to make sure that you're always setting up a scrimmage that works well with your time zone, as well as making sure that you do schedule one every week, because I know sometimes there's weeks where I forget, and then I see that he's already sent me one, so I don't have to worry about it as much. But those are the three main strategies I think work well for scrimmages, so I hope you're in a position where you don't have to worry about scrimmages as early as I did this season, but when that does come around, those are the three best options I think for scrimmage options to make your life a little bit easier as you're trying to manage minutes, get training done, and then make a run towards playoffs if needed. So that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and until next time, guys, have a good one.